Okay, we're going to take a look at action. All right, we're back.
Nate Tubbs coming on at the age of 30. He's won 15 of his 16 fights, 12 by knockout. And for his size, has good hand and foot speed. It must be in the genes. Nate, the younger brother of former heavyweight champion Tony Tubbs, who has passed along some ring techniques.
Basically, he had a lot of influence on me because he accomplished one thing he always dreamed of, being a champion. You know, he's an extraordinary amateur fighter, you know, and basically he always told me to stay focused. And being a young fighter, doing this all by yourself, it's hard to stay focused. He tell me, you know, certain things, how to deal with certain situations. And I respect him because we all know he's one of the best boxers out there, you know, and I respect a lot of things he say, and then I got to take and use my own decisions too.
Nate Tubbs, 7 years younger than Tony. He's now ranked number 19 by the WBC, so actually he is the highest ranking Tubbs in the heavyweight division.
Don't forget about Mrs. Tubbs, the mother. The two grew up together, so you'll see a lot of similarities. One thing you won't see that is not the same, Nate has more power than Tony, and match that with their boxing ability.
Well, Nate Tubbs looking across the ring at his opponent, 29-year-old Jorge Valdez from Hialeah, Florida. An impressive record, 15-1-2. Tonight, though, a major step up against Tubbs. Valdez, a pressure fighter. He's dressed in the black trunks, black shoes, no socks. He likes to take on that look of Mike Tyson.
I don't believe I possess the same kind of power he does, but I am a strong puncher. I'm a strong fighter. Obviously, Mike Tyson is one of a kind. Nonetheless, I like his style because he represents what a fighter should be. Just come in and do your work and do the business, and that's it. This is not, you know, I don't think it's an artistic show. It's a matter of getting the job done and going home.
Look at the Castro tail of the tape, tilted to the left side. Tubbs 5.5 inches taller, 42 pounds heavier, and a 7.5 reach advantage. We are in Biloxi, Mississippi, and these are the rules. Standing 8 count is in effect. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. You can be saved by the bell only in the final round, and the scoring on the 10-point must-scoring system. We're ready for the introduction, so let's go to our ring announcer wearing the black tuxedo with the maroon accessories. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Fierro.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's bouts are under the auspices of the Mississippi State Athletic Commission. The chairman is the Honorable Billy Lyons. Chief Deputy Sal Taranto. Cedric Kirshner Promotions and Budweiser, This Bud's For You, presents 10 rounds heavyweights. Your referee from Biloxi, Mississippi, the fearless Freddie Steinwinder III. Now introducing the principals first, in the red corner to my right, wearing the black trunks with red accessories. He weighs in at 219 pounds, professional record, 15 wins, 1 defeat. He has 2 draws with 11 knockouts. El Hijo de España, now making his home in Hialeah, Florida, Jorge Valdez. His opponent in the blue corner, wearing the gold trunks with black trim. He weighs in at 261 pounds. His professional record, 15 wins, 1 defeat. He has 12 knockouts. He hails from Cincinnati, Ohio. He is rated number 19 in the world by the WBC. He is ranked number 14 in the world by the Budweiser ratings of Boxing Illustrated. Here is Nate Tubbs. 10 rounds, heavyweights.
Look, you both received your instructions in the dressing room. I want to come back. When I say break, I want you to both step back, stop your punching. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, come out fighting.
Not only the highest ranking Tubbs, but the heaviest Tubbs at this point. Nate Tubbs, who is rated number 19 by the WBC. That basically based on 1 win. He had been an unheralded and untested fighter until he went over to South Africa and fought undefeated world-ranked Corey Sanders and knocked him out in the 2nd round. And since that time, Tubbs had been out for about 10 months. He was waiting for the phone to ring. He thought he had possible fights lined up with either Michael Moore or Lennox Lewis. Nothing transpired. So in his last couple of fights, his weight getting up to around 260. That's where he is tonight. And he went in against some journeymen, Martin Foster and Wes Turner, and was taking the distance of 10 rounds against both of them. So Nate Tubbs looked to be crashing the scene, but right now, ballooning to 261, certainly not evident of a man on the move upwards.
No, not at all. He facially doesn't look like his brother Tony, but somewhere he does. Physically he does. You know, the worst part about moving up in stature in boxing is that you're always promised a title fight, and with that promise, you don't want to be beaten on your way to getting to the title fight, so a lot of fighters stay inactive during that period, waiting for that big title fight. That's where the money is anyway. And when they do that, they get stale, they get out of shape, and a lot of times they get beat. That's why he was 10 rounds the last two fights.
Well, Nate Tubbs is...
They get heavy, especially the heavyweights. You know, unfortunately, they eat a lot.
Well, he is a fighter in search of his body. I mean, he turned pro at 242, got down in his fourth fight to 206. In his sixth fight, he was 185 and then up to 245 in his next fight. So Nate Tubbs on the threshold. This is his first national appearance. And he knows that his opponent, Jorge Valdez, will be coming at him.
Yeah, but one thing he's not going to like are these body punches from Valdez. Nate Tubbs had said that his style is a boxer puncher. He's got a good jab, and his best punch is the right cross. Now, he's a little confusing because he's a converted southpaw. As an amateur, he was fighting left-handed. So he says he has equal power in each hand because of that. Naturally right-handed.
By the way, in our first fight, just for starters, Dan Mack, the unanimous decision, the judges had it 40-37, 39-37, and 39-36. So Dan Mack pitching the shutout, a little more comfortable than we had thought.
Don't push no elbow. Let's go watch.
This is scheduled for 10 rounds. Jorge Valdez has never gone 10 rounds. He's been past 6 only once, and Nate Tubbs says he will be patient in this one. And if he has to go 10 to win by decision, so be it. And he is patient. Not an empty seat in the house. The Biloxi Grand Theater, the Grand Casino Biloxi on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And right now, a couple of heavyweights in the ring. Nate Tubbs in the gold and a charging Jorge Valdez in the black. Valdez, who says he likes to pattern himself after Mike Tyson, and ironically, there's probably not many who know Tyson better than Nate Tubbs, who was in camp with Tyson the last couple of months. Very close friends, says Tubbs, who went through the amateurs together with Tyson. And Tubbs, who lives in Cincinnati, says that he visited Tyson in prison every 10 days. And he was always there.
Tyson's best friends. He spars with him, of course, so he knows this style.
He says, though, with Valdez, he says it comes at you, it comes forward, but not really a busy fighter, as you can see right there.
Yeah, a lot of pulling, pushing, tying up.
Break! Stop your punches. Step back. Let's go.
What are some of the things Tony Tubbs explained to younger brother Nate Tubbs when they talked about boxing? Well, they taught him how to deal with situations, strategy, ring generalship. And Tony basically teaching Nate to take his time in the ring, be patient. You have 10 rounds to work with. You just look to set up his opponent. But Nate Tubbs has a tendency to step in there with safety first style. And you hear some boos already ringing out in the crowd, wishing that they would open it up some more. Now, Valdez, Sean, trying to get inside of Tubbs. Doesn't want Tubbs to be able to get that reach guard. Remember, he has a 7.5 reach advantage, so Valdez is working his way as close as he can.
And he's doing a good job of it. He had seen Nate Tubbs on a couple of occasions. Melvin Foster, Wes Turner He said both fights, Tubbs did the same thing. He'd jab, he'd turn and rest. He would lull his opponents to sleep. So tonight, he says he's going to take action. He's not going to get caught. He's going to work on the inside, Jorge Valdez. His best punch is the left hook. He describes himself as an aggressive fighter, good defense, and likes to dictate the pace. Downstairs to the body goes Valdez.
So here's Valdez in his first 10-rounder. He's been past 6 just once. He gives up 42 pounds in weight. And he's just trying to dig in and getting ready for the long haul in this one. And we will pause now for a word from your local cable system.
Let's go.
Ringside seats at a premium on a Tuesday night. Fight night on USA.